You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Guys, welcome back to episode 1. Larry Birdie.
1 Justin Morneau. 1 formerly Delvin Cook.
Yeah, old school Dalvin Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Dalvin Cook when he was still deep in with the Vikings.
Yeah, when he was still getting hurt every other play.
And now he's teetering the line.
He's
like,
he's getting a little old.
Will he stay or will he go?
I think he's gonna go. I would like to start the podcast off with a massive rant, Ryan.
Hang on.
I gotta get off my chest.
But we were talking garage selling. That's why I wanted to start.
Okay.
I thought it was kind of interesting. We were talking about me 95% thinking I saw Kirby Puckett at a gas station. And why I was at that gas station is because we were garage sailing in Minneapolis. When we did that as a kid, there was no better. I would have rather done that than go to Disneyland.
Yeah. I mean, I never went to Disneyland, so I would have to.
I didn't either.
Do you call it garage sales? We call it rummage sales.
I call it garage sailing.
Yeah, there's so many. I don't understand. It's garage sales, yard sales, rummage sales.
Do you think garage sales still hold the same value as they did 20 years ago?
Yes, because
Really?
the video we did last summer, I hadn't gone rummage sailing in years, and then we did that video where we had to go find clubs. We each had $30 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was a little kid again. I was going through every single thing. Ben was shooting for me, and I could tell he's like, just fucking hurry up.
Yeah.
We're here to look for golf clubs. You don't need to be thumbing through the DVDs, Tyler.
There is something about just looking at other people's stuff, not knowing what you're going to find. There's some good shit in there, dude.
Yeah, people just want to get rid of it. Like, I remember
Yeah.
I had a rummage sale a couple summers ago, and I got rid of so much shit, then I was just not in the mood to haggle. I was like, fucking take it.
Yeah.
One guy wanted to buy all my weights, and I only had I had $20 on the bench itself, and then I had all the weights were like $1 a piece. And he's like, so $20 for this whole thing? And I knew that he just didn't see the weight. I'm like, yeah, if you carry those weights out of here, you can have the whole thing.
Dude, $1 a weight?
Yeah, so it was 45s through 2.5s. And
Do you know how much that shit was going for during COVID? It was like standard price per pound for like bumper plates or steel plates.
They were steel.
Is $2 a pound.
Yeah, well, I gave them away for a lot less than that.
So even if you charge $1 a pound, you could have made $90 on a set of 45s.
Yeah, but I also didn't want them in my yard anymore.
And
they were pretty rusty.
That's just that. Like, that's the beauty of garage selling is you can go somewhere and you just test your luck.
Well,
Maybe someone hasn't offered a price on X product the whole day. They'll give it to you for half off.
Well, and the guy he lived down the street, and he's like, you know what? I'm just going to carry these home for my workout.
Oh my!
So he just did.
Sick.
He started with the lower weights and grabbed the 5s and the 2.5s, and then walked those back, and then he just kept going up the plates, and he would walk the plates back for his for his exercise that day.
He's like, you don't have a wheelbarrow.
No, he was gonna wheelbarrow it, and then he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna use this as my workout. Mm-hmm. And I was like, cool. Give me the money, take them.
What? One of the most memorable things I ever got at a garage sale, and I was really sad because it only fit me for a month. I was a big kid. I was like $125.
So you haven't gained
or 6th grade.
You haven't gained any weight since 5th grade.
I put on 50 pounds since 5th grade.
I put on 50
all
pounds
muscle,
from
though.
7th to 8th.
It was a black Randy Moss Vikings jersey.
That's
number
pretty
84.
sweet. That is cool.
And you don't see the black jerseys anymore. I don't even know if that was a legitimate game.
No, they're not. They never wore black jerseys, but they did a long run of black promo jerseys.
Yeah.
They still make them.
They were sick. I probably still have that somewhere. I'll dig it up and wear it next week.
Yeah, you should.
Or I'll pass it down and give it to my kid.
Probably still fits, yeah.
Anyway, it is garage sale season. Spring cleaning is right around the corner. People are going to start having garage sales. And I don't know. I feel like I need to give my child that experience when he's old enough. Bringing him around and say, hey, all right, buddy, you have $10 to spend today.
Dude, $10 at a garage sale, though, that goes a hell of a lot further than giving him $10 at even Walmart, you know?
But then it teaches him, hey, you don't need to go to, let's say Dick's Sporting Goods and get like one sleeve of golf balls for $10. Instead, we can go to all these different places. You can maybe get 100 golf balls for $10. So I think it's teaching him that of like, hey, how can you save money? How can you distribute your money effectively? And you can do that by going to garage sales.
Yep. I'm with you 100%. I love garage sales, rummage sales, yard sales.
Anyway,
name them.
I thought that was kind of an interesting topic of conversation. You had a rant that you wanted to get on. You were a little bit squirrely this morning when I got here, so I knew something like this was going to happen. I just don't know what you're going to say yet.
I know we promised not to talk about pro golf anymore, but I want to talk about one single pro golfer.
Is it Matthew Fitzgerald?
No, congrats to him. I've realized that I just don't like his episode on Full Swing. I like him.
Yeah.
The people that were talking about him were the ones that pissed me off, not him himself.
Okay.
Not the point. We ripped on this guy last week, and I just need to get this off my chest. Patrick Cantlay. The pace of play, the stats came out on him. Brooks and Rahm sat at the tee box the last day of the Masters and waited for over an hour and a half, right? And then he continues to do it at the RBC. He gets booed for lining up a 5-foot putt.
4 foot.
4-foot putt for God knows how long. He had the gallery at a professional golf event booing him.
He backed off at once too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And everybody and their fucking brother, when I want to play 3-putt poker, yells at us in the goddamn comments about pace of play.
That is true.
Patrick Cantlay is at the top of fucking golf, and he is not playing any side games, and he's slowing people down an hour and a half. So the next fucking comment I see about our pace of play, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. That's all I have to say. We're not slowing down golf. Slow golfers are slowing down golf.
We are a ride-only podcast.
No.
We are a ride-only podcast.
Walking is actually
we only ride.
Walking is actually proven to speed up pace of play because everyone can go directly to their ball.
I know that is true. We are a ride-only podcast.
Trevor, yell about something.
I don't have anything yet.
We'll get
It's
him.
too early.
All right, that's off my
It's
chest.
not too early, Trevor.
Yes, it is, Ryan.
You're fucking 23 years old. You can get up early and you can have something to yell at.
Bro, I didn't go to bed till 1 a.m.
Thank you.
I didn't sleep at all. My kids were up all fucking night.
My kid was up at 5. My wife got up with him though. She didn't tell me he was awake.
The youngest one woke up at 11 o'clock.
PM?
Yep.
Jeez.
I'm
And
still
then
up.
Becca was passed the fuck out. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll put him to sleep. He's teething really bad. So I
Yep, molars.
pop him some Tylenol and drug him a little bit. Wide awake. Just brought him up into bed with us. And he's literally just playing bongo drums in my fucking face. Just like, go to sleep, dude.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Okay. Let's unpack this a little bit. No, he's not playing any side games. But he is playing for millions of dollars.
You know who else is playing for millions of dollars and played way better than Patrick Cantlay?
Everyone
Matt
else.
Fitzpatrick. You know what Matt Fitzpatrick does? The guy that I ripped on during Full Swing. I've decided that I don't hate him anymore. I just hate his episode. He does his pre-shot routine while the other guy's teeing off.
Yep. Yep.
To save time.
But that's like that. Like he's kind of an odd duck like that. I mean, we've talked about it before. He's recorded every single shot he's taken since he's been like 16.
Right, but he still figured out how to do that without slowing down pace of play.
Right. No, and he does everything like in the dead space, walking to another ball, waiting for the other guy to hit. He does all that shit while he physically can't hit.
Right,
because
which
someone else is.
Is an argument I can use for our side games. I can do that shit while someone else is hitting. I can go record how many putts we took while you're hitting your shot. We do not slow things down with the games we play. And it just, people can call me a hack, an absolute pile of shit.
People can say
an
we
incorrect, illiterate idiot, and it doesn't bother me. But when somebody bitches about pace of play, my insides fucking boil.
It does piss me off as well. Because if there's anyone who cares about pace of play, it's us.
Yeah. You know how many
we
videos we've cut short because we're like, oh, we don't want to slow these guys down.
Do you guys know how many holes we've skipped to be like, all right, let's just get a hole ahead so we're not getting, rammed up the ace by this group behind us.
Like, we have sacrificed the quality of our videos, which is our livelihood, so that we don't slow down pace of play. Yet fucking user 65769 can sit here and fucking chirp at us about pace of play.
It is very frustrating because, like, yes, the internet is it's a dogfight on the internet. It's a dogfight in the comment section. You're never gonna win. We've had people say, "Well, what kind of credibility do these?"
We don't have any. We know that.
No, Tyler. These people who are commenting this, they don't understand the amount of like how deep we are into the golf world. Like, yes, we are double digit handicaps, but that does not mean that we don't know the game of golf. I would say we know the game of golf better than 95% of the people out there.
Except for I did get Will Zalatoris. He wasn't an amateur.
I knew it.
He wasn't.
I fucking knew it.
He wasn't an amateur.
I told you he wasn't.
He was a rookie and he had just started. He just got his pro card. Yeah, I deserve it. I deserve it. I was wrong.
Trevor, you were right. Trevor, you were right.
I just said I was wrong, Trevor.
That 5%. No, that 5. Why didn't you speak up then, Trevor?
I told you he wasn't. You go, no, he was. He was. I was like, dude, no,
but then
he wasn't.
fight me on it.
I did, but you don't fucking take it.
No, but that's the nature. I don't take it.
Yell at him, Trevor.
That's
Fuck
the
you,
nature
Ryan.
of all of this.
Ryan, I want you to say it. Trevor, you were right.
Well,
No,
Tyler's the one that discovered it.
And
I
you
still
backed him
You
up.
did defend
You
me.
backed him up.
I did.
Yeah.
I could have swore you was an amateur.
See, like I said, like the comments, there's two guys on YouTube, like Zalatoris wasn't an amateur. These guys are idiots. And that one didn't bother me because they were right.
Okay, I will agree with you. And if I see that I'm wrong, I'll admit it right away. Okay, I said 95% of the time we know what we're talking about. The other 5% is shit like the President's Cup. When it's like, we are like, when we're just rolling, sometimes shit just slips out the door and we're like, oh God, we look back at it. We're like,
That was funny.
We flubbed that one.
How come they don't do United States versus the world? Well, they do. They named it after the president.
But no one refers to it as United States versus the world. I think that's why it skipped right past us.
Yeah.
But the pace of play thing, what I was getting at is with the internet just being an absolute dogfight, Patrick Cantlay, he saw those comments and he heard what Brooks said about it. John Rahm pissed 7 times waiting on a single tee box. You would think, and I know it's hard to break someone's routine, but you would think that would maybe fluctuate the routine a little bit more.
Yeah.
That being, all right, maybe I can speed each shot up by 5 seconds.
He did have a hilarious tweet or something, a comment he made. He got a hole in one this weekend. And he's like,
Yep.
I was pretty quick on that one, wasn't I? Or something like that.
Yeah. I saw that. That was a great clapback. But it also shows that all this noise is not affecting the way Patrick Cantlay is playing,
Right.
which is kind of disappointing. Because
We want to tear him down.
no, the only way we're gonna get change, you guys, is that like this stuff starts to get to him. He's like, okay, I do need to start playing faster. Which I'm getting the hole in one. That's 2 less shots, 1 or 2 less shots that he had to take.
I would have shit myself if he like stood there and pretended to line it up before he grabbed it out of the hole.
Yeah,
That would have been funny.
And then Victor Hovland during the Masters is already taking a pitch shot onto the green before Patrick Cantlay walks over the bridge on number 12.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like a big fuck you. But it's like the MLB pitch clock. Like in golf, there is,
but
hit clock.
There is, but it's really long.
Yeah, what is it, like 2 minutes to hit your ball or something like that?
I think it's more than that.
I know it's 2 minutes to find your ball.
I think is it 3 minutes to find your ball?
That was 2.
Okay, argue with me on it.
I'm gonna look this up.
I'm just Googling it.
We got 3 guys Googling right now. We're gonna get a lot of answers here in a second. What do you got for me, Jake? Jake, first off, what are you looking up?
I'm currently looking up the PGA shot time limit. And I'm currently deep in the middle of a PDF from PGA.org right now. So, yeah.
Now,
Just look up shot clock. It's on CBS Sports. You read it. I'll keep talking.
do you guys know when that
2020.
no, do you know when the hit clock starts?
No.
So is it like when you take your club out of the bag or when you approach your ball, or there's also some gray area there? Because I mean, Cantlay can take his sweet old time walking up to his ball if the clock doesn't start until he gets there.
Yeah, which it's got to be a long time because especially on the greens, homie's taken well over 5 minutes for some putts.
Which is pretty fucking unbelievable.
Right.
It's very, very few times will I back off of a putt to redo the line. If I get it wrong the first time, I'm still going to hit it, and I might just adjust mid-swing.
There are times where I get up to my ball and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I got the wrong line, and I just putt it anyway.
You just adjust your putter to the correct line, though, aside from the line on your ball that you have.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just hit it. I'm like, this is the hill I die on. I picked this line, I'm putting it.
So do you think this becomes a bigger issue in the world of golf? Because right now, this is the first time we're hearing about this in like a viral manner.
Yeah, so I guess just from the brief sentences I read on that article, it was like the PGA announced in 2020 a new shot clock, essentially, and it was because of fan complaints.
Do you know what player sparked that conversation?
I don't. I mean, Patrick Cantlay was playing in 2020, so maybe him.
I feel like Patrick Reed.
I think he's still actually lining up a shot from 2020.
I feel like Patrick Reed is kind of also like one of those guys where it's not so much getting up to hit your ball. It's more so about like talking with rules officials on whether this is whether I can do this or not. He's talking to rules officials fucking every other hole.
Right. I just shitting on these two guys. They're actually probably good for the game of golf because we need a martyr to like fuck all this up so the rules can change.
Do you think who's the villain in golf right now?
Greg Norman.
Player wise. On the
Patrick Reed has been a villain since 2019.
Yeah. He also had some shit going on in college to where again, this is the 5% speculation. I want to say he stole somebody's watch in his in the college locker room or something. I don't know. Patrick Reed's been pulling some shit since college, and people don't even realize it.
Weird.
But he's gone. I mean, yeah, he's top 10 Masters, or top 5 Masters.
Top 5,
no one's gonna remember that.
No.
God, what was I gonna say on top of that? In terms of just getting something done.
I do apologize for bringing up professional golf right after we promised not to bring up professional golf, but it was in our own interest. I did it for us.
Here's the thing, too. Patrick Cantlay was in the final group on Sunday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What guy would you want less in the final group on a Sunday the week after all of this shit comes out about slow play than Patrick Cantlay?
Well, I mean, I would rather have Cantlay in my group because, and especially if I'm the last group, I'd rather have him in it because then I'm not really waiting for him.
True, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am, but I'm not waiting to him like the extent Brooks and
Yeah,
Rahm
so they're probably pumped that he's in the final group because no one has to play behind him.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about slowing everyone else down.
Yeah, you got guys just throwing shots away just so they can be in a sooner group.
Yeah. Yep. I would go with him over Reed just because I don't want to get my shit stolen or deal with the rules official or see him cheating and then have to decide if I'm going to call him on it or not.
Did you see the video of I can't even, it might have been before the RBC this last weekend, of Victor Hovland? Looked like he had just ripped the fattest bowl ever. I mean, the guy couldn't even see out of his eyes, and he was as happy as could be. How many of these guys do you think are smoking on tour?
A lot.
Do they get tested?
I have no idea. I'll look it up.
Also, did you find anything on the shot clock?
So, yeah, but it's really loose rules. So it's like a suggested
That's
40 seconds. There's nothing
40
hard.
seconds?
Yeah, but even then they're like, but it's not enforceable. I don't know. I couldn't find any hard thing that was like, once you find your ball, you have 2 minutes to complete a shot. You know what I mean?
Now, this is where Live Golf would step in and do something that hasn't been done yet. To speed up the game of golf, it's kind of like baseball. Golf rounds sometimes can take way too long. And it's for fan entertainment and fan enjoyment, Live could put a shot clock up.
Well, I think that's the benefit golf has over other sports is that when Patrick Cantlay is taking 10 minutes to line up his putt, they can just cut to someone else.
I get, I do get he's playing for millions, Tyler. But if you compare apples to apples, that's like us playing for $100, and we do that sometimes. So it's not like he is on another level than us. So why can't he hit the ball sooner?
True.
I get there's millions on the line, but $100 to us is like $500,000 to him.
That's true.
You know,
he is like number 4 in the world right now.
Which is insane.
He is playing good golf.
He's playing very good golf.
It's working for him, but it sucks.
You think he sleeps good at night?
I doubt it. He has his bedtime routine's way too long.
There's just something about
he's brushing his teeth for like 15, 20 minutes.
No, he's lining up the toothbrush and toothpaste.
Yeah.
He's deciding what he wants to bring in his cup over to bed. He's like, is it a OJ night? Is it a
warm glass of
water
milk?
night? Is it like a
He looks like a warm glass of milk
is it
guy.
a warm glass of milk type of night? I mean, that fucker, his electricity bill's got to be through the roof because the fridge is open for at least 6 minutes before he picks something to bring to bed.
Yeah.
I
I feel like Patrick Cantlay is. I think he's like the type of guy that will sleep with crumbs underneath of him, with no care in the world. Now, mind you, probably a good guy.
Probably a great guy.
Yeah, I got no issues with him as a human, but him as a golfer, speed it up, my guy.
Okay. Hypothetical for you. What's worse? Someone who takes forever to hit their golf ball, or someone who is constantly on their phone during a round of golf?
Is the person on their phone, am I involved in this? Like, am I trying to talk to them?
Yeah, they're in the same card as you.
Okay. I'm still going to go with the guy that takes forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
Because, like, even if you're on your phone, it bugs me. I want you to enjoy it, but it doesn't truly affect me in any way.
Okay, so where I stand on this is while your buddy or whoever is, taking ages to hit his golf ball, you can go over and hit yours. Like there's really, whoever's out is usually hitting first when we golf, but I mean, there's no rule in our group saying because I'm closer to the pin, I can't hit my shot first.
Yeah, we play ready golf. We're not following.
Yeah.
We're not going to follow any of those rules, like no shot order etiquette or anything like that.
So you're going with the guy who takes longer to hit his ball than the guy. See, I'm also there to have a good time with the people that I'm playing with.
Yeah, I just can't control if he's on his phone or not.
Like, okay, so for instance, I was at Sweet Shots Friday. My buddy's having a kid in a couple weeks. So I'm like, all right, one last night out that we can guarantee before you have your child. And he's a head hockey coach. He's got shit to deal with, whatever. He's got ADs to handle, all this kind of stuff. But the motherfucker was on his phone at least 4 or 5 times when we're trying to play.
Don't get me wrong. It's annoying as shit, but it doesn't impact me other than like it maybe takes away from the game a little, but no more than homie slowing us down so much that we got people hitting at us.
Okay. Another hypothetical. What's worse, taking a long time to hit a putt or taking a long time to hit an iron shot?
I think I'm going to say a putt.
It's different vibes on the green versus on the fairway or for us being the shit. But
yeah, I think it's got to be putt because you are out there and there's a lot of attention on you. People can see there's like a bunch of people on the green, and it always looks worse because only one person is putting and it looks like everyone else is just standing around, I got to go with the green.
I go with iron shot. It's just like you literally just need to get your one number of how far away you are and then pick your club and go hit. There's nothing like really that you have to look at.
I
like
mean,
the
if you're-
green, you're looking at the line, or at least trying to. But
and
like,
Lord knows we don't know how to read greens.
Yeah.
I mean, for me with my iron shots though, I do have to like look at like which tree would be the worst one to hit. Am I gonna punch here? Should I just chip back into the fairway? So like there's a lot to think about during my iron shots, but I know for most people it's just middle of the fairway.
Okay. I'm probably taking putts.
It's just I think it's just so much more attention on you.
Yeah, I'd also say people are more, I feel like whenever I go golfing, people are a little bit more sticklers when it comes to etiquette on the green than it does like in the fairways, right? Like, like if we go golfing, we'll shoot out a turn all the time in the fairways. But like when it comes to being on the green, it's like farthest out, and then you play it very by the book.
I will say there's nothing better than when a group is waiting on the tee box for you to hit your second shot, but then they see you waiting at the next tee box, waiting to hit your tee shot.
So then you validate the fact like, hey guys, we're not slow. There's just the group in front of us is slow. Now you see it. Now you know.
Okay, here's another odd question. I'm just like I'm
rattle them off today.
I'm driving myself mentally down a fairway. If you guys are, when you're driving up to a ball, let's say you're playing with a righty, are you driving on the right side of the ball or behind the ball?
Behind.
Really?
I mean, we have to start getting used to that because our future podcast, we need to be behind the ball because we will have cameras rigged up on our cart. So we got to start practicing that. So that's a note for you. Next time you're out golfing with a cart, start practicing. Make it muscle memory to be behind the ball.
Now, if someone's a little bit too close, will you just risk it or will you tell them to back up a little bit?
I'll tell them back up.
You will?
I actually don't like it more though if they park on the right side of it. If they're too close there, I'd rather have them behind me than too close in front of me.
In case of the shank.
Well, that and I just I can't see it as well from my peripherals, but I can see like it's either the shadow of the ball or like maybe you can kind of see the tire.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I get out of here.
The same buddy I've been talking about. He's my weekend playing partner.
Yes.
He'll drive. I shit you not. Like, so I'm a righty. I hit on the left side of the ball, so he pulls up to the right. The cart will be like no more than a foot away from the ball.
I hate that.
But it also kind of gives you like mentally, it gives you a good club path, like where the club path needs to go.
Mentally, I'd be like, get the fuck away from my ball.
Dude, calm down.
He does it as a bit sometimes too. And sometimes I'm like, this is fine, but it also is just pissing me off you're doing this.
Gets in your head.
Better than running you over like
You gotta
Instagram.
Stop letting him drive.
Okay, so here's another question.
Oh, jeez Louise. We're doing listener Q&A with Ryan today.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, so everyone's on the green, right? Or everyone's close to the green. How do you strategically position the cart on the green for everyone to get out and go hit their putts? Are you like just pulling up kind of like to the closest edge of the green, or are you going all the way around to the next tee box, or what's that look like?
It entirely depends on how many people are on the green. If more people are on the green than off when we're getting up there, and like people need to chip on, if more people are on than off, I am pulling all the way around because then everyone has the quickest exit out.
Yep.
But if there's a bunch of people off the green, I'm parking by them, as close to them as I can, and then we're just gonna have to backtrack before we leave.
Yeah. What's the standard distance that you have to be driving away from the green? Is it like
30 feet? That's like what most places say.
Is there
30 feet away?
It's like it really depends on the course too.
Sure.
Like if it's a super bougie course, they'll have it marked where you can and can't go.
Yeah.
And then the rest is up to user discretion. Like obviously don't drive on the fringe, guys. And obviously don't drive on the green.
Donald Trump, he drives on the green. He'll drive right up to his ball on the green.
That is fucking bananas.
I mean, it's also probably his course, and he's paying ground screw guys.
Yeah.
He's.
When
Hey,
you
I'm
have
gonna
it
be,
like
I'm
that,
gonna be
you can do
driving
that.
on greens today, so you're gonna be working a double.
You guys you had nothing to do lately. Too good of weather.
Speaking of golf carts, you guys see the news yesterday? Broncos country, let's ride.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson crashed his golf cart into a bunker.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like bad. He's fine, right?
Jesus.
If you guys
He's
thought,
completely tipped over.
if you guys thought things couldn't get worse for Russell Wilson, not only did he have a terrible year in Denver, not only are people speculating whether he's telling the truth on doing calisthenic warm-ups on private jets on commercial flights,
to London.
he's now crashing golf carts into bunkers because apparently he was so dialed in on finding his golf ball.
When did
He looked up, bunker, drove right in, tipped it over, and this shit made
That's the story, right? Like, how many times have we been maybe a little tuned up? We're goofing around in the cart and we got to fucking jerk the wheel back in.
Dude.
I had a buddy that almost drove in the bunker.
I mean, I can legitimately say I've never been close to driving into a bunker.
It was pitch black when we were golfing. Like, it was like dark time. We were trying to finish our round, and like we didn't know there was a bunker there. And Getz is just driving and just zooms out. He goes, "Oh fuck!"
You know what they should do? They should have like a little in-ground winch system outside of the bunkers, so that if you do get stuck, like if you're a couple too many, you do get stuck, you can just winch yourself right back out.
I think they just gotta
Mark
they just
'em.
assume people aren't fucking driving in the
I know.
bunkers.
It's
Especially quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, what happened to Russell Wilson? He used to be like, this guy's sick. He's short, but he's a badass. He can run. He can throw. He's winning Super Bowls. And then all of a sudden, he's like the unaware dad. He's like, Broncos country, let's ride. Like, what?
Let's ride.
Oh, he can't play football. He can. I mean, obviously, he's in the highest level. But like, there's a guy on TikTok that cataloged Russell Wilson's season and compared to, all right, guys, today in another episode of Russell Wilson touchdown passes to bathrooms in his home. And it took him until like week 14 to throw the same amount of touchdown passes as he has bathrooms in his house. Like, what happened? And now he's like driving into bunkers and you just be like, I couldn't find my ball.
I mean,
He's old now. Yeah.
What happened to him?
Yeah.
He's the same age as us. He's like, what? He's
No,
2
he's not
years older.
29.
He's like
He's
2 years
30
older than
plus.
us.
He went to Denver, dude. That's what happens.
He's probably way too high.
Yeah.
He's probably way too high on the course.
I just the devolution of Russell Wilson has been fun to watch.
Don't high and drive.
Okay, I won't.
Don't leave me high and driving.
You'll find it, Ryan.
I mean,
Get there.
the Broncos country Let's Ride couldn't have spoke more perfectly to this entire situation.
Yeah.
How about Broncos country Let's Walk next time? Because apparently driving is not working out for us. And this report of him crashing the golf cart went around like it was a possible big time injury situation.
Yeah, he's fine, right?
Yep. X-rays are negative. Russell's doing well. Expects to be back at OTAs here in a couple months.
That's right.
That's ride, baby. How about you ride and you have someone else drive? Because again, we don't need you. Well,
It's not our team. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
exactly.
Fuck the Broncos.
Also, all the headlines about this incident are blowing the whole thing way out of proportion. They're saying it was
That's
a
what I'm
scary
saying.
golf cart flip, and
That's
it
what I'm
literally
saying.
just looks like he just pushed over a golf cart.
I mean, you see
I
guys,
know, dude. He was in that though. It tipped over with him in it.
but dude, there are guys driving into ponds.
Yeah, but it doesn't tip over. It just hits it and then slowly sinks.
I mean, we've all seen the beginning of Jackass where they all take the golf carts together, and it
That's
could have been
true.
worse. It could have been worse.
Those are souped up golf carts, though.
You know what would be?
Governor off.
You know what would be sweet? Is okay, Thunder Road, for instance, they have the bumper cars.
That's like a mini golf kids amusement park for people.
So they have like the big inflatable inner tube around like the car portion. If you could have those for on the golf course, but like the hovering ones, to where you could like
you want
you could go.
carts?
I mean, you could go over water, sand, grass. You could ram into your buddies. Imagine having like a hover cart night to where it's just no holds bar.
You know how
It's a
fucking
fucking dog-
loud that would be?
No, they're all inflatable though.
Hover carts have they're inflatable, but it's giant fans underneath that just blow you up off the ground.
Right, but on the what you'd be running into is inflatable, so it would you just bounce off of them.
So it's still wheels, but now it's got tubes on it.
They're not wheels. There's no wheels. It's hovering.
Yeah, so they need giant fans.
Correct.
Okay, I'm just saying that'd be really loud.
Yeah, it'd be fun though. Also, you could do it like Rocket League style, where they just give you a beach ball and you
Yeah.
play a round
Yeah.
of golf like that. How many hits does it take you to the pin?
That's just not golf anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like it.
It's
though.
like you could do that at a foot golf course, maybe.
Do you know what would also be fun is if they like golf courses had a special night where you you have to play with anything but a golf ball. So you could play golf with a tennis ball, for instance.
done that.
You could play. You would want to play with some. You could play with a pickleball. You could play with a bouncy ball. Why have we not hit bouncy balls with drivers before?
I don't know. We should.
I feel like hitting a golf ball or hitting a bouncy ball with a golf club is equivalent to hitting a golf ball with a baseball bat.
Yeah. I want to know what would happen to a bouncy ball. It's got to be like the most wicked slice you've ever hit, because there's gonna be so much fucking spin on that ball.
Yeah, because there's no dimples.
There's no dimples, and it's just way grippier than a golf ball.
Does that eliminate spin then?
No, it'll increase it.
Jake,
I'm on the Google right now.
Jake, what's the world record for the farthest bouncy ball hit?
I think the ball's either gonna go super straight or way the fuck right or left.
It was. Oh wait, that's gosh, Google is a bad. It's
Chat GPT.
In case you want to know, the farthest basketball bounce shot was 95 feet. So that's
a long ways.
I mean, we could just go figure it out ourselves at some point.
I kind of want to break a world record, even though we as a group collectively have broken the longest
individual.
club throw. There's this guy out there who just will not give this up.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't need the sheet of paper to know that it's my record. So
I know it's your record too. I was there as witness.
Yep, lots of people witnessed it.
Is there a world record for that, Jake? Farthest bouncy ball hit with a golf club.
I'm on it right now. No record, it looks like. So, I mean, it looks like it's yours for the taking. The record is.
Did you see the guy that just broke the world record for fastest drinking a Capri Sun in like 10 seconds? And everyone's like, I drank a Capri Sun in so much less time than that when I was 8 years old. But he's just the first guy.
What?
It was like 10.4 seconds. He like takes the straw out, punches the Capri Sun, and then just sucks it down. But it's like me in 4th grade after a soccer game drank one of those way faster.
Fuck yeah.
It's actually pretty hard to do that fast.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Trevor,
Trevor,
we're just going with the meme here, my guy.
Oh yeah, Trevor?
I've tried it. Yeah.
All right.
It's a fun challenge to do though.
How fast did you do it?
I think I did like 10 or 11, but it's like you had
The record's 10, so you tied it?
No, to get like the straw out in perfectly is like you have to do it like one shot. You can't fuck around with anything.
Yeah, but can you just try like 100 times and then you get it once and then there's the
You'll
record?
have a gut ache. We're just dying over here.
Well, but like you start, you're like, I didn't get the straw in fast enough. I'm going to start over now.
Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to bring a box tomorrow and we'll do it.
Throw a little vodka in there.
Ryan and I set the record for most cigarettes smoked in 18 holes as a twosome.
41. Did you get through 20?
I got through 19.
Okay, so it was 40. I smoked 21. Tyler smoked 19.
Yep.
40 cigs in 18 holes.
John Daly's just like, that's rookie numbers.
Well, we were trying to copy him, so he did half of that on his own.
We gotta get that video out ASAP.
I am telling Jake to edit it, but I don't know. I haven't seen shit.
It's in the works.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for
sure it is.
been hearing that
like his
for a month.
PowerPoint.
Okay, so we need to get some bouncy balls. We need to tee it up. We need to get to like a 500-yard par 5 and see if we can hit the green. No shot we can, but we'll believe that we can because you got to believe if you want to achieve.
Here, Ted Lasso, believe.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk to you. We're gonna talk a little bit about spring golf. Ladies and gentlemen, spring has sprung.
Spring is spraying.
The golf balls are thawing out.
They
on
are.
the course.
They are. I'm very excited. Actually, no, I'll save it. Save it for the next segment.
But you can't expect to go out there the first time and strike gold. So the other way to strike gold is uniongreen.com.
Ooh.
You know why?
Why?
Buy 3 dozen T-Birds, get a dozen free. That's 4 dozen balls with promo code DoubleBogey20. You get those 4 dozen for about $12.50 a dozen. That's after shipping.
Which is about $1 a ball. And a little birdie told me that the T-Birds aren't going to be the only ones with a deal soon. Pin drop deal coming soon.
So by the time you get your T-Birds and lose those, it'll be just in time for the pin drops to get those and lose those.
And you can use the promo code on all of them. So just here to save you guys money.
I mean, I haven't tested how many golf balls you can fit into a pocket in your golf ball, but
it's a lot.
I'm damn sure you can fit 4 dozen in there. And nobody wants to be the guy who has to ask a playing partner if they can borrow a ball. You want to be the guy to borrow someone else a Union Green T-Bird or a pin drop. because then they're going to see that the hype is real. I'm not shitting you guys. Do your own test. Try and prove us wrong.
And what do you got to lose? It's $1 a ball with that deal, guys.
These things are legit.
If you don't believe us that they're good balls, just buy some for $1 a ball and then go play them and you'll see for yourself.
UnionGreen.com, T-Birds, pin drops. The 3-for-1 deal is on the T-Birds right now. Use promo code double bogey to take a little bit of money off the top.
Mm-hmm.
And also go and bring out your back nine bartender.
Yep.
Get yourself a pour caddy. Mix up a little something in there.
My pour caddy is currently full and golf is still 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
I mean, it's preserving that fireball.
Yeah, I just want to
pour caddy.
It's like people use those cast iron skillets. I'm just seasoning my pour caddy.
I don't mind that at all, actually.
It's like your coffee mug you got right there.
I don't mind that at all.
This coffee mug is stained brown on the inside. I want my pour caddy stained Fireball Auburn.
I love that. You get a little extra fermentation going with it.
It maybe separates the alcohol from the cinnamon a little bit, so that first sip is just one of those numbers,
I like the sound of that, Tyler.
Yeah, baby.
UnionGreen.com, guys, go check out the balls, the pour caddies. You're not going to be disappointed with either, so go check them out. Next up for you.
What?
You know the drill.
I know the drill.
Spring has sprung.
Oh, here we go again.
Say it again. Spring is sprung.
Spring
baby.
is sprang.
It's going to rain and snow the next 4 days, but spring has sprung.
But luckily, it's going to be warm out, so the snow should just melt immediately, but that does affect the flooding. But either way, we're not going to golf for like another 2-3 weeks.
No, but you know what you can get in those 2 to 3 weeks? You can get yourself a new set of PXGs.
My Sugar Daddy wedges, first of all, love the name. You can't call something a Sugar Daddy. Is it Sugar Daddy or Sugar Baby?
It's Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy. The Sugar Daddy wedges have me feeling like a Sugar Daddy. Those fuckers are dialed right now.
Because the wedge game is where the money is made.
Dude, when we were in Arizona, I couldn't hit a wedge to save my life. And I believe that firmly, no fault to the club. Fault to the owner of the clubs. I can't miss with them at the moment. And
that's a deadly weapon to have.
It is. If we are in a scramble, Ryan, it's going to be lights fucking out. You just get me close and I'll get us on.
Okay. Also like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, the new Gen 6 just dropped a couple weeks ago. We've got them. We've tested them. And again, how many times can I say it? These things are legit. The Gen 6s are legit. The Gen 5s are legit. The Gen 4s are probably pretty legit. I've also seen people online saying, hey, I'm still hitting the Gen 3s. There's obviously a reason they're still in the Gen 3s because they're striking gold with them. So you got to go check out the PXGs. Find your closest fitting. Sweet Shots in Fargo. Travis will swing over to Sweet Shots.
Good guy.
He'll fit you up. The fitting process is sweet. The whole entire bag, I'm telling you.
Stretch first.
Make sure you stretch because you're going to be sore after hitting 200 golf balls.
Yep.
These things are legit. And what makes them more legit, Tyler, is I think of Grandpa Dave every time we talk about PXG.
Mm-hmm.
Very veteran-based, first responder-based. Founder Bob Parsons, he was a Marine, correct?
Yes.
So they bring a lot of that culture into their golf bag, into their clubs. Mm-hmm. And that's what I really like about it. So
really, I think it's called the Heroes program. Look it up. There's lots of really cool discounts on there. I can confirm Heroes program or not, but I'm 90% sure that's correct.
Yeah. And just to, I say 2 to 3 weeks till we start golfing and there's time to get clubs within that range. I'm telling you, I've been fitted for other golf clubs before and I have waited 6 months to get my entire bag.
Oh yeah. Yep. It is the Heroes discount. And for certain, you can get up to 50% off on your clubs.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
When I say that these things ship fast, Tyler, they ship fucking lightning fast. You're not going to be sitting around waiting for 6 months because they only sell the clubs that they have in stock.
Yes, the only chance you're going to wait is if you want something super, super custom and they don't currently have it at that moment, then they'll have to build it for you. But it still only take them an extra 3-4 days.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I did not know you could get clubs that fast until we got clubs that fast.
We actually had a listener, and I know that we have the privilege of like working with PXG, so we get ours extra fast. But we had a listener DM us, show us the purchase order of he bought some Gen 6s, and then I was like, oh, cool, it'll be sweet to see when he gets them. And then it was legitimately like a week later.
Yeah.
He had his clubs in hand. So
Yep.
it was pretty sweet.
Pull the trigger. Go check out PXG. Also, Hero program, up to 50% off. It's a cool program that they do. So, guys, check them out, pxg.com. Spring has sprung. Go get yourself some. Guys, spring has sprung.
Stop.
Nice.
What a segue into this next segment by me. I mean, but how can you not be feeling good when the sun is shining?
How can you not
snow
feel
is
good when
melting.
spring is sprung?
But it's also going to rain and snow the next 4 days.
I know.
Hooray.
So that is sweet. Funny thing about sprung.
Has it sprung?
Springing.
Shut the fuck
Okay, that's the
up.
last time I'm going to say that because
Thank
I'm actually getting
God.
annoyed at myself right now.
Good.
We got a link sent to us yesterday.
Did we?
The person who sent that link was sitting to my left over here,
Yeah, my bad.
and it was Fargo golf courses set to open one more week. And so I click on the link and I start looking. I'm like, okay, this course is next Friday. This course is next Thursday. Shit, this course is today. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to need to take the rest of the week off. And then we get another message back. Sorry, boys. That was last year's article.
Well, so the problem is Fargo Golf's website's posting these articles and there's no dates on them. And the only reason I realized it was from last year is because it said Thursday, April 27th. Well,
Yep.
it's the 26th on Thursday this April. So I realized I was a year off. But somebody had shared it on Facebook. So that they're wrong too. They're also excited for incorrect information.
That's kind of like, so that person apparently just didn't do their research
No,
on
because
sharing the article.
luckily I had a calendar up right next to me and I was like, okay, so maybe I can get a tea time here. And then I looked I'm like, wait a second, these don't match up.
That's like the person who shares the lost dog post when it's actually from like some sort of Facebook hacker that is just trying to build their profile, build a bunch of follows because they know that people are going to share that post. Those piss me off. If you see a lost dog post and like either know the person and know they're legit or click on the person who posted that and see if they have like an actual friends page or if it's a follower page.
Yeah, but if you do see something that says share this or you'll have 7 years of bad luck, you better share it because you can't risk 7 years of bad luck.
When I was 16 gee, I'm thinking I'm 23. I'm Trevor's 23. When I was 22 years old, I didn't share one of those posts, and this is my last year of bad luck.
Thank God, dude. That's why this spring hasn't sprung yet.
I know. I have one more year of bad luck, and then it is over and done with.
Thank God. Yeah, one time I saw a post that said, share if you love golf. If you don't, you hate golf. So I shared it just so everyone knew for sure.
There was a post that said, guys are either good in the bed or good at golf.
And then they saw my handicap. Everyone high-fived Becca.
They saw his handicap and then also realized how many kids he has. And it was like, wow, that guy is putting in that work.
I mean, that's a win-win situation. Like, I don't care. If I'm a scratch golfer, I don't give a shit if I'm bad at sex.
That just shows you Patrick Cantlay literally sleeps with crumbs underneath. He's bad in
Patrick
bed.
Cantlay confirmed does not fuck.
I actually think he's got a very good-looking girlfriend.
They all do.
Yeah.
They all do.
golfers
I mean,
do.
Matt Fitzgerald does, and he has
Fitzpatrick.
braces.
This is the third time you said that.
Did I really?
Yeah.
A part of the 5%.
Yeah, there you go.
So sometimes my brain is working faster than my mouth. So Matt Fitzpatrick.
You're thinking Larry Fitzgerald. It's easy to confuse those two.
Very. Larry Fitzgerald he can swing them. He plays in pro-am.
He's a very
He can
good
swing 'em.
golfer.
But now that the nice weather is somewhat upon us, there are many things that I cannot wait to do, Tyler. And that's kind of one segment I wanted to talk about today, where like the things you can't wait to do. So I'll start it off here. I cannot wait to sink that first 20-footer.
The long one that you're just kind of hucking up a prayer for and just maybe slowly trickles in,
Again,
hovers on the lip. And
yep. Probably for par in my book, maybe even for bogey.
Yeah, 20-foot putt to save bogey does get me going a little bit.
Big time.
It's
Because you could
exciting.
triple that hole.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen a lot. It probably happens once a year when I sink that 20-footer. But I'll tell you what, I can't wait to do it. And I know it's coming. I'm going to walk up to that ball. I'm going to look at the line. I'm going to say, I got the line. I'm going to line my ball up. And then as I'm in my backswing, I'm going to say, I don't have the line. And then I'm going to totally change things on the through swing. And typically things just are not going to work out for me.
I get why Cantley takes so long on his putts now, Ryan.
I
Because
don't.
he doesn't second guess his backswing like I do.
He could just change it mid-swing like Ryan. He'd be fine.
I mean,
Ryan's making 20-footers.
I mean, think about making a 20-footer on 18 for birdie and the match.
That is pretty sweet.
I dream about that type of shit.
My number one is same vein. It's also on the green. I cannot wait for the first round of birdie juice. Like, I don't even need to be the one to get said birdie, but the camaraderie is at an all-time high. Everyone's stoked. Somebody at least had a good hole.
Yeah.
And then everyone's mood is lifted there for the rest of the round because they all got one tiny little sip of alcohol, but it was in celebration of something you guys did as a team.
It takes that triple from the hole before that, knocks it down to a double. You ever do that? If I like double a hole, and then birdie the next one, I'll be like, I only got a bogey on that last one. I just went bogey par. Big deal.
One of the fucked up thoughts, not fucked up, but it's just like sad that I get excited about this. On 18 birdies, every time you punch in your score, it shows you your total, how far you are over par. And every time I get a par, I get just like a little happy that number didn't go up.
Just one more hole without the number going up.
it's
And
like-
one more hole without it going up.
Because it's usually going up every single hole. And then all of a sudden it doesn't go up. I'm like, oh, cool.
It is a great feeling.
And it's not going down. It's just staying the same. It's
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm only plus 11 through 4.
Hell yeah. Trev, what do you got?
Probably the first scramble of the year. Just going out with the
That was
boys.
my
and
next
just,
one.
Just all shots. Just not even having to play good. Just going out there and golfing.
Yeah, we are the world's number one podcast for scrambles.
I mean,
As far as loving them.
there's not even a question whether you're going to, like, it's really hard to pick out a person playing bad in a scramble. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like you have a guy that you use less shots of, but like we've said a million times, they are going to hit one hero shot in those 18 holes, and then it's worth it. They could have hit they could have hit 75 shitty shots, but the one that saves the group, then everyone's pumped that they're there. There's no bad player on the team anymore.
Well, even like the bad shots, you can like just, oh, that's a good layup. Now I can go for it.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah, everyone
there's-
plays a role. And like that guy too, you know for sure they're going to make one big putt.
Yeah.
we did the scramble down in Arizona, and I probably lost like 5 or 6 balls, but I wasn't even mad about it because we already had one safe. So
Right.
that gives you the opportunity and the excuse to just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we won that shit, so.
Yeah. That ball to me does not even matter anymore. I don't even come out of the round saying, oh, fuck, I lost 6 balls. It's like, no, I was able to like go for it 3 or 4 times.
You guys are missing like the best part, and the thing that I am looking forward to most about a scramble is being able to pick up your ball while moving in the golf cart. Like
That is so fun.
keeping on the gas and just leaning out the driver's side, hand wide open, fingertips running through the grass, and just
I play a little game every year. Every time I golf, I play this game and I'm in a cart. I will go at my ball. If I'm going to pick it up from the cart, I will go at my ball full speed until I miss the first one.
No, you can't. You can't slow down.
Yeah, I
Pace of
don't.
play.
But the second if I miss the first ball like of the day, then I'll slow down the rest of the round. But I try to make it as long as I can without stepping off the gas and grabbing a ball at the same time.
Yep. And it's okay to pick a little grass up. I mean, you look at infielders, they pick some dirt up with the glove and they're scooping it up.
I think that's what you got to drag the fingers a little bit. You can't just be like snatching it out and not getting any grass.
Yeah.
Also, you feel way more badass too, especially when it's your buddy's ball and you got to drive to the opposite side of the cart, right? You got to come up on the broad side of the ball.
Yeah.
And you nail the placement perfectly. And
Well,
you
the thing is, there's a blind spot in the golf cart, and that's like like if you're driving, it's the front right corner. Once that ball hits the front right corner, you don't know what's happening after that. So what you do is you just look over at your buddy and wait for a reaction. If you get a reaction, they missed it. If you don't, you just keep on driving.
My favorite is when it's on the driver's side and I'm going at a full speed. I hit the brakes. I Tokyo drift around a bunker. I grab the ball. I throw it up, catch it in my right hand, and then toss it into a cup holder. That's sweet. I love when that happens.
And you jump over Russell Wilson's overturned golf cart in the bunker.
Exactly. Yep.
Will you ever run over one of your buddy's balls in the fairway?
You know, I've never done that. I'm not I think that's a great joke.
Yeah.
I've never done it personally, but I would like to start. That's a prank I'm here for.
It is kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
And also like, if you run over their ball, like they can dig that up and fluff it into a perfect lie.
You're doing them a favor. You're getting
Correct.
them a better lie.
Correct. But it's also just funny, like that when especially if they're behind you, they get up to it and they're like, that motherfucker just ran my ball over.
And it's funny too, like you could try to play dumb, like, oh no, I didn't. It just must be plugged. Like there's a fucking tire track over the top of it.
Or if you're like driving up to the ball so that they can come and hit their shot, you drive over it and they're like, oh fuck, I drove a little bit too far ahead, and then you back up over it. I mean, you can put 4 tires on that thing in a matter of 5 seconds. It's a great prank.
It is.
And I'm all for it.
Not really a prank, but something I can't wait to just be like, sounded good.
There's so many
the
shots.
first time where you can say that and it's legit.
There's so many shots that sound good that aren't.
Yep.
But just like the reassurance of like, hey, maybe I did hit that okay, but the ball strike was bad.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that's really funny about having a simulator here in the office is sometimes people will just grab clubs and start swinging, whatever, hit a couple balls, and you can just hear whenever somebody tops it.
Oh, yeah.
You throw out the
yeah.
Yep. Well, and then the worst is like we have this bar here behind us that's like made out of steel. So if you hit, you can hear them hit it shitty, and then you know it bounces back, and the bar's like,
Yeah.
just banging on steel everywhere.
Fuck, people are still working.
Yep.
I gotta shut it down.
I know.
Jesus.
It's like ringing the bell, letting everybody know that you made a terrible shot.
I can't wait for the first spur of the moment drunk day that you never expected to have with your
you went into the round looking for a few beers and you left the round with too many.
Yes.
I like that.
Those for me are like the spur of the moment times like that are some of the best times in life.
Yeah.
The unexpected turn that things take when it's like everybody's on board. There's no questions asked. It's like, all right, 6-pack's gone. Let's just get another one.
There's been a couple of times where I'll go into a round and be like, I will literally tell Becca, like, yeah, I'll be back in a couple hours, only playing 9, going to be pretty chill. And then 4 hours later, like, hey, can you come pick me up from the course?
You can come get me.
It wasn't my fault. Connor's going through it. I had a drink.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, buddy's been having a tough time and they just got caught up talking to him. Yeah, I had a couple beers here, there, you know.
Well, we weren't going to play 18 and then we did.
It's so tough because like, I don't feel like our wives don't have the hobby of a sport of golf like we do. So
here's the thing for my wife, and I think this is common for a lot of wives. They want to get into golf, right? But they don't want to get into golf by playing with strangers at the skill level they're at. And they want to play with someone they're comfortable with in the game of golf, which is us, right? But us, we don't want to play with them all the time because we want to play with our buddies who are the same skill level as us.
Yep.
Because when they go out there, they get frustrated with the way they're playing, and we try to teach them and stuff. And it's like, it becomes less about playing golf and more about teaching golf. And I'm not a golf coach. And I feel bad that she's not playing well and I can't teach her the way that she needs to be taught.
Correct.
And I also just, to be frank, have more fun with my buddies on the course than I do with my wife.
Correct.
And it's no dig on her. I don't have as much fun out there because I'm coaching and I'm not a good enough golfer to be a coach.
No, I mean, I don't think you could have said it any better.
Yeah. So sorry, honey. I feel bad, but just, you're going to have to get lessons with someone else.
But also if you think about it, like the older we get, you know, we're having kids, we're getting into closing in on 30. It's like, you have to take the time to get together with your buddies as much as possible, because eventually that's it's already continually starting to fade. You know, a buddy you might have saw once a week 3-4 years ago, you might see once a month now.
Yep.
So it's like, yes, if that takes 5 to 6 hours on a weekend in order to make that happen, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because you're not, you're not going to look back when you're 80 and be like, God, I'm really glad I just stayed home every Saturday and Sunday and hung out with my kids and did all, did yard work and shit like that. You're not going to think about that stuff.
Well,
granted, hanging out with the kids is great, but you also have to take the time to hang out with the people that mean the most to you.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
No, but also like, to continue on with that, it's like eventually you're going to get to a point where your kid is going to start golfing because your kid's going to see you golfing and then he's going to want to get into it. So then it's like,
I have a deal with my oldest son right now. He's 3 years old, 3.5, and he loves golf, right? He's got a little tyke set with like plastic ones, and he also has like a legit set of kids clubs that were mine apparently when I was little. Don't remember owning those.
He left his driver right next to you, Tyler.
Yeah, the driver's right here. I'll grab it quick. But he is obsessed with golf and he wants to golf outside so bad because I got a putting mat from Jared for a wedding gift and he putts on that thing 4 or 5 nights a week.
yeah.
And he wants to go outside, and the deal was when the snow is gone, we can go outside and play golf. And every morning I will go get him out of bed, or he will come wake me up at like 2 a.m. or something, like, Dad, let's go check the snow. And so he is just stoked. So I think this will be the year where I can actually take him out. And he obviously isn't going to golf well, but he's going to have fun. Like, we can go to a par 3 course, or we can go to the driving range, and he can hit some balls. And I think I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm
That's
pumped
sweet.
for.
Well, and then also it's like when my kid gets old enough, then we can play two.
No, we got to force him. Yeah.
Yeah. Or foursome. Yeah. And I'm most excited, like my weekend golfing buddy. He's having a kid in a couple weeks. I'm excited for when we can play me and my son versus him and his son or daughter. Doesn't know what he's having yet. But yeah, like these things go in phases. It's you and the buddies for years on end. And then it's you and the kid for, until your buddies are comfortable enough to like, hey, okay, we'll go out and play with an 8-year-old, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then it's you, your buddies, and all of your kids that start golfing together. So it's like you got to take advantage of what you have now. Mm-hmm. Because in the next couple of years, you might not have as much of that.
One thing that I'm super stoked for, and the one reason that I will go and try to get a lot better, is because I have 2 sons, and I know that I'm going to want to play against them, where they get to be 2v1.
Yeah.
And I got to be on top of my shit so I can still talk shit to them. Mm-hmm. So I got to get better so I can, because they're going to be golfing a lot earlier than I ever did. So they're going to be way better than I was at 10, 11, 12 than I was at 10, 11, 12. So I need to get on top of my shit so that I can beat them by myself.
Well, I mean, they're going to be talking strategy in the car. It's a great way to for cohesiveness with your kids. It's not often they get along. And here's one time where they're like, all right, well, one hits a bad shot and you're like, God, you fucking suck.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can cause disarray within their group.
Yeah.
Be like, ooh, Charlie, you'd be playing good if Cameron wasn't sucking today. God, Cameron, what the fuck?
Yeah, it will be a fun time though. But take advantage of what you got now. Mm-hmm. What else you got, Trev?
Just can't wait to make the one tee time during the work and just sprinting out of work, driving to the course and trying to get to that tee time.
That's a good one.
That's me for league every single week.
Me too.
Little bit of news, Ryan. Figured I'd break it to you on the pod.
You're in a different golf.
I joined another team.
That's fine because I wasn't going to play league anyway.
We just couldn't. Last year we tried.
Hey,
it's not you, it's me. Okay.
No, it's fine. If you need to fill in, ever, let me know. But okay. I don't have time. I got a 9-month-old. I don't have time for league once a week. Mm-hmm. That's completely fine.
Yeah, I don't either, but I signed up for it.
Because I'm going to be, also, I got some news for you. I am now a member at a club.
Oh.
Well, not a club. It's a course. It's public.
Okay.
Yeah. I pulled the trigger.
Mapleton?
Golf course at the lake, Thumper Pond.
Oh, good call.
First time what's the date today? It's the 18th. Yeah. We're filming this on Tuesday. The deadline was the 15th. So sorry for anyone who's in that area that wanted the deal. First time members, 50% off member dues. So
Damn.
I did the young couple. It's 22 to 30-year-old couples.
That's you.
That's
in
me,
time.
just in time. I also get it next year too. It'll be 30. But $440.
That
for the
is
entire
good. Holy shit.
So I figured we need to play 6 rounds to pay this thing
You
off.
totally will.
And if
You
we
play
play
there-
if we play 3 rounds together, it's paid off.
Yep. Sweet.
So official member, never been a member at a course before, ever. Feels kind of sweet because I'm gonna bitch about the tee boxes being in bad shape. If you don't
Where the
think
fuck is my money going?
if you don't think I'm gonna be making changes to this place in the 1 year that I have this 50% discounted membership, you're wrong.
He's
like, he
your
has-
way into the board of directors.
He literally has
Yeah.
no power other than paying for a discounted membership. And he's like, I expect some things to change around here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My
I will
God.
say this course has one of the best marshals that I've ever interacted with.
I'm telling you, the marshal can make or break a course.
100%. One of the best marshals I've ever interacted with.
And look at this. You got your first membership there at a course ever. And probably because the marshal's chill is part of it.
It's part of it.
If he was a shithead, you probably wouldn't golf there.
Yeah. I actually don't even want to tee off sometimes. I just want to bullshit with him.
That's a good feeling.
What else
Speed
you
it
got,
up,
Jake?
Patrick.
That was it, honestly. I mean,
I
the
got
other-
one more.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to find my first honey hole of lost golf balls. Like not just a rando in the weeds. I can't wait till I find the one spot in the matted down swamp that's got 8 balls. Or I go and I find a little hole, I kick over some leaves, there's 6 balls. It's like that to me is like getting a birdie. I fucking love it.
It's like just dry enough to where the mud's kind of receded a little bit.
Yep.
You can see the tops of the golf balls
Yeah,
sticking
you
up.
dig it out a little.
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like we're pheasant hunters, right? It's kind of like walking into like a small patch of cattails. We're like, fuck, there can't be anything in here, and lo and behold, you flush up 4 roosters in this one little patch of cattails. Same exact
Yep.
scenario. You
And
get that jacked for it.
I can't wait to find my first lost Union Green because then I know that we're doing our jobs. We're getting people.
Correct.
Because
Yep.
I think that's the true sign of that the Union Green and us, we work together for each other. Is that we are getting people to lose their balls.
Correct.
Because that means it's guys like us buying them.
I mean, and we're up front with you. It's like, hey, before the pin drop deal comes out, you're gonna lose your 4 dozen T-birds.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It is. We encourage it.
Anyone got anything else?
Nope.
I can't wait to just get outside and golf,
Yeah.
man.
Same.
I can't wait to hit a great drive down the middle and then chunk a 90-yard chip shot and then leave another one short and then 2 putt for bogey. I can't fucking wait to do that. I can't wait to get internally pissed at myself and not talk to the guy I'm riding in the cart with for 4 holes.
That'll be sick. I'm so excited.
I'm kidding. No, Tyler, every year, I don't give golf advice anymore, remember?
That's true.
So every
You gave
time,
me advice like 2 days ago.
well, because you were struggling.
I was.
And I could tell you were not having a good time.
No, I was not.
So I just want to offer a little advice.
And then it was
And
the
I asked,
exact
I said-
opposite advice Lucas gave me.
But I mean, obviously it wasn't working.
Yeah, nothing was working, but I think I'm straight now. I'm good. It didn't do anything to change anything. I'm just hitting them better.
But every time we bring up a scenario of like Ryan does this and I fucking hate it, I typically change.
Good. So next time you're pissed, talk to me. It'll help.
will.
It'll help you.
I'm gonna fall more into that delusional matter of like I'm just gonna laugh it off.
I think I'm going to be a golf cart therapist. My goal for the summer is to get all of my buddies out of their funks as fast as possible.
I like that.
I'm going to change my name on Instagram to the golf cart therapist.
That's a good domain, actually.
That is good.
I TM. Fuck off, everyone. That's mine.
All right, guys. We appreciate you all listening into episode 1. Dalvin Cook, old school Viking.
Justin Renew.
1 Larry Bird.
Bird.
Fuck, he's a legend, dude. You think he golfs?
Probably. Yeah, he golfs in Space Jam with Michael Jordan
That
right when
is
he gets
true.
sucked into Looney Tune land.
That is true. I always kind of wonder what guys like that are doing these days. I mean, he like part owns the Pacers, I think.
Yep.
What's he doing in his free time?
He was on Last Dance. I know that was like 2019.
He was on LD. Yep.
That's it.
4
He's
years ago.
He's doing documentaries and
All right,
Warner
guys.
Brother movies.
If we asked one favor of you, that would be to share this with the golf group chat. Send it over. I guarantee you, we have damn near the same group of guys that you have in your golf group chat.
Yeah, shoot us a follow on Spotify and on Apple as well too. That helps us a ton.
Yeah,
like
and
if you're listening to the podcast, just hit the follow. Nothing really changes for you. It just helps us.
we got video on Spotify now too.
We do.
You can watch the
and
pod video.
Spotify also has this thing where we ask a question every week, and you can like respond directly on the podcast. It's kind of neat.
That's kind of fucking sweet.
Yeah, so we'll change the question every week.
So you just go into
So if you just listen on Spotify, it'll pop up. Like, what question?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Go check it out on Spotify, guys. Love you all. See you next week.
Love you.
Love you.
You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.